good morning, and good evening from wherever you are. This is another meeting from OWI IT Security. So last week, we talked about Owasp Zaprozi Active Scan. Week before, we talked about the installation, most of the functions in Owasp Zaprozi. But today, we're going to talk about passive scan with Owasp Zaprozi. Last week, we detected some vulnerabilities in the tools we use, which is the Zaprozi software. We all saw that, but today we're going to take the scanning into another dimension, although it's with the same or sometimes not the same result. So let's get started. I hope we have, do we have questions about the last week training? Please, if you have any question, maybe you can quickly, or if you have forgotten anyone, or you need to, because I want everybody to catch up with the training of today, please. So is there any question, please? If there is none, so let's get started. Don't forget we are talking about passive scanning with Zaprozi. Let me share my screen now. Oh, Mr. B, I've been disabled to share the screen, please. Help us work on it, please.
Brother Timmy,
I've been disabled from.
All right, sorry. I've enabled it.
And please, are we permitted to use Doodle Spray today? Mr. B.
Hello, Brother Timmy.
Yeah, please, are we permitted to use Doodle Spray today?
Yes, no problem.
Okay. So I hope we have our laptops open. Now, my Zaprozi is already open because there's some work that I'm doing currently. So I'm going to close everything now and restart it. Yes. So I'm restarting it now.
Yes, I'm coming.
If you have any question, please quickly say that so that we can catch along. Today's tutorial might not be long, but to be short, and I want everything to be understandable. Yes, this is Owasp Zaprozi. This here, latest Owasp Zaprozi. Now, we're talking about passive. Last week we talked about active scanning, but today we're talking about passive scanning. Now, what is passive scanning for Owasp top 10? I mean Zaprozi. What is passive scanning? Yeah, let me see if I could bring it out here. documentation. Okay, let me do this. To make it faster. Passive scan. Yeah, passive scan Owasp Zap. It said passive Zap by default passively scans all HTTP messages, both request and response, sent to the web application being tested. Passive scanning does not change the request nor the responses in any way. The direct request, direct response. Scanning is performed in a background thread to ensure that it does not slow down the exploration of an application. That means passive scan, sometimes it can crawl any web application more than active scan that we did last week. The main behavior of this passive scanner can be configured using the options passive scanner screen. So, let's start. How do we start passive scan? Spider. Okay, we'll check all the parameters here. If you want to enable anything, if you want to add anything to it, but for now, we'll leave it at default. That is settings. These are the things it will scan for us. If you want, you can add to it. You can add, you can remove, post forms. This one is recommended but be generated unwanted. Yeah, pass HTML comment. Robot.txt files. These are the things it will scan thoroughly. So let me close this. Then I'll go to tools. Under tools, we have Spider. Under Spider, let's put https://doodle-spray.com. Now, you can do the scan. It takes little time to finish. Let's wait for like 5 minutes. Let me note this. Please, do we understand everything? Yes. Almost done, 37%. If there's anything we don't understand, please let me know. This is how I started. I went to tools, Spider. That's how to start passive scan. Spider, then you put this anything you want to scan here in scope. I'm using ordinary recourse because this is just a training console. So I've started it, and that was how this whole thing got started. So because Dido Spray has so much content, that's why it's taking time like this. And this does not bring vulnerability. I mean, does not show alerts. Please let's wait for like 1-2 minutes more. Sorry that it's taking time. I really want us to meet up with the time today. I don't want us to waste time. There's something I need to I need to call everyone's attention to about this. Here, with the option. Under the option, we have passive scan rules, passive scan tags, and passive scanner. These are the settings you have to do before launching. I don't call it an attack, it's just to scan before starting the scan. So we're going to talk about that after this whole thing. I just said I should quickly let everyone know that. Sorry, I don't know why it's this low. Okay, let's pause, stop it from here. Okay. Now let's quickly visit this, the one I just showed you. I should have done that before starting. Sorry about that. Option, passive scan rules. Now, these are the rules for all the passive scan. And these are the things it will scan. It will scan for X debug token information leak, S content, type option, header missing. You know, these are the things it will scan through all this, yes. So now, for our threshold, we can set it off or low, meaning we know if it is high, we know that it is highly vulnerable. It is on low, that means it's still okay. Then if it's on medium, but I prefer using medium because medium is the default settings. And if you want to change it here, we can put it on off and click on go. Everything is off, but medium is what I like to put it. Now, everything will change back to medium. The same thing here, we can do release. Everything is on release. you can choose release, go, on release already. Beta, same thing. You understand? Oh, so that's the settings. That's the settings. So it will be on all, everything. So that's that about this. Then passive scan tag. The following passive scan rules have been defined. New or change rules only apply to new requests, not existing ones. Yeah, we can change anything we want here. We can add. In case if you see any content in any of this and it's not here and we want to scan it, you can add to it here, put everything just like all this. We follow what it brings. You understand? Once we click on something like this, to bring mostly something like this, and we add it, and we click on add. So that is add. If you want to this enable all, you can disable as well. So I hope we understand that's passive scan tags. These are the settings we need to do. You know, hidden files. This one we scan hidden files. This one we scan the password. That means you can get password. All the scripts used. All the password tag password, object, form, any kind of form. Then cookies, mail to comments. You know, it will bring everything out. So that's passive scan tags. Then we go to passive scanner. How do we set this passive scanner? We only put it here. Include traffic from diffuser when passive scan. So this, I really don't use this. So that's that about the passive scan settings. Then sometimes you come to probably, I think, Spider to do some settings here. So then sometimes if you do some configuration, which is is an advanced one, you understand, but we can't until when we get started fully practical. So when we have our application, because we are working on one, so that we can be using it. So we can bring everything out, enter into database, bring the password out, bring all the forms out, you know. So that's how we're going to be doing. Okay, so cancel. So now let's go back to this details. Now, this is the first alert that shows on passive scan. Is this. I'm trying to see if I could raise this. Okay. Yeah. Let me do it like this. Yes, absence of anti-CSRF tokens. Well, for the web developer, they should know what anti-CSRF is. So absence of it, they know the reason why they did not put it there. The confidence is low, the medium is risk. That means if you go deeper, if you scan deeper, we can get something out of this. So let's see description. It gave us the description. No anti-CSRF token were found in a HTML submission form. So we can, if we go deeper, we can make use of this. A cross-site request, sorry, I'm coming. A cross-site request forgery is an attack that involves forcing a victim to send an HTTP request to a target destination without their knowledge or intent in order to perform an action as the victim. The underlying cause is application, blah, blah, blah. At least we can go ahead and read it when we are doing our practical, as in on our own. So other information, no known anti-CSRF token. That means if you are performing using SQL, if you want to use SQL injection, you can inject this into this site. And once you inject it, you'll be in total control of the website. I hope you understand. So what are the solutions? The architecture and design, which is the developers. Use a vetted library or framework that does not allow this weakness. That means you can use a vetted library or framework that does not allow this weakness to occur or provide constructs that make this weakness easier to avoid. For example, use we know the meaning of anti-CSRF packages. They they're advertising themselves, but you can look for the market, the best one we want. You understand? So that is that about that, and the solution on how to get it done is there. You can see how good and sweet this tool is. It makes everything easier, especially for the developer. How to fix it? You don't need to crack your brain, but with all this, you're good to go. So that's that about this. Okay, let me quickly check this. Okay. So I'll close this. If you have any question, please say it. So with that, you can see that all these get is a request. We are requesting for the registration embedded. We are requesting for presenters registration. We can request for WhatsApp Kilo Shele podcast, all those things. We can request is get. We need something. All this thing that is here, it shows we need something without going to the site. But with the by using these tools, we can get host IT security policy. Let me close this first and expand this. Yeah, you can get IT security policy. If you want, you can just go to copy this, look for browser, put it there. That's how to get it, because it already spied everything out for us. So it makes it easier. So we can get anything, we can get this Yoruba Global Youths with Ayodeji Fumi, we can get what they've done there, everything, all the informations, from Orile Yoruba, all this. We can get a lot of things, presenter registration. We can get all this embedded one with the secret token. This can be the code with some tools. All this will tell you the real world. It can be the 190 or 19 something. It can be anything. It can just be a 9 number that they try to encrypt. You understand? So that's that about all these things. Let's go to, this is another one. for passive scan, you can see that passive scan has a lot of things with little time. Meanwhile, I've not done with it. I have to pause it because of the time, because it's taking time. You can see this. You can see this post. This post is, this one is the request. This is get, is when you need something from the website, but when you're posting this, it's like it's a login page. This, just this is a login page. If you post this login page, that means we want to log in into the site, and we can use something like this to brute force the login page without opening the website. This automatically will take us to login page, username and password, which might not be on the site or which might be on the site, which can be easily brute force. Now, what is the confidence is high? That's good. Then risk is medium. That's good. So content, this is the description. Content security policy is added layers of security that helps to detect and mitigate certain types of attack, including but not limited to cross-site scripting. That means it can be, they can inject it, and data injection attack. They can inject it and bring out data. Data such as username, password, login, so it can bring out, it can, please, 1 minute, someone is calling me, please, 1 minute. Hello? Yeah, good evening. Okay. No. Not me. Yeah. When I'm done, I'll call you back, okay? Sorry for that. So these are the information that these are the how the attack can be carried out. Cross-site scripting, they can inject and take out data, just with this content. So if you go deeper, there's some tools that you can use to inject, and before you know it, you're in the database. Before you know it, you are with all the information. So all that information is here. We can go there and check anything, as in we can practice on our own. Look for some last week I said that I'm going to get an application we're going to be using. I'm sorry I was unable to get that, but because I've been busy doing some things, doing some assessments. Ensure that your web server, application server, load balancer, etc. is properly configured to set the content. Yeah, you must ensure this, but still cannot be guaranteed anyway. So that's that about this. So we can say vulnerable JavaScript library. Okay, what did this one? Yeah, it said Dudu spray. Let me move this one to the side. It said duduspray.com WordPress. WP means WordPress. Includes JS query UI core.min.js, So this, let's see. what this is all about. I said risk, medium. Confident, medium. Now, evidence query. This is CWEID. Now, description, the identify library and JS query / UI version is vulnerable. Clear. Wow. Now, with this code, you can penetrate into the website. He said it clearly here. The identify library jQuery UI version 1.13.1 is vulnerable. What is now the solution? Please upgrade to the latest version of jQuery UI. I hope the developers are listening. So that means this version is old version, and every old version is vulnerable, because if it's not vulnerable, they will not increase it. So it's vulnerable. It said it here easily. They can penetrate into that. So that's that. Then cookie no HTTP. We can go ahead and check it. We can see the blue alert. These are the baba of it. Now look at the alert here. 7 medium. We have 6. 7 medium, then 6 not medium. This is cool. So that is how to conduct a passive scanning, and I've told us how we can set it to our taste. So that we can, if you want anything, this is a go to passive scan rules, content, how to set all this, username match found, this medium. Yeah, all this, how to add to it. I explain how to add, how to enable after you add all this, enable, then passive scanner, how to set all these rules, how to change the alerts in case maximum alert any rule can raise, balance, body sizing, you can do a lot of things here. So that is all about passive scanner. Please, do we have any question? You can see that this is different from an active scanner. Active scanner, we talked about active scanner last week. And now we can come here for the developer. We can come here, we check the request, we check the request, we check the response, let's see the request. What is the request? Oh, that means all this version, we can copy this thing, all this, and use it to penetrate into the site, to make a request. We'll take advantage of the vulnerability in this, and we will change it and request. Then we'll see the response here. These are the response, and before the vulnerability is fixed, we can easily take advantage of it through the help of all this. So thank you. If there's anything you did not understand, please let me know. If there's any question whatsoever, please let me know. I've told us how to generate a report. We come here, we click on generate the report. It brings out, let me quickly do that. Yeah, it brings out everything, what we did today. Yeah, generate, even generative no alerts, the generate report. Yeah, we can see the report here. So report parameters, alert summaries, alert count by risk and confidence, alert count by clinical. Now this is another high risk alert. Yeah, let's view it. You can send the report to the developer if there's any developer. I'm going to send this one to the developer of Doodle Spray to work on it. And remember, this is what we are working on. This, yes. So now let's say the high confidence is high, medium, risk is medium. Let's see, check it. Okay, Doodle Spray, yes. CGN email protection, that's good. So we can scan for vulnerability in this, know what they are using to protect this, the version. Once we get the software they are using to protect this, we'll get the version. If the version is old version, if it's not the latest version, we can take advantage of it and penetrate. So that is how we will start checking out the reports one after the other. These are the first one, the first alert. And cookie no history, cookies HTTP only flag. You can see it there. Click on it, check it. For the developer, once they see all this, they should know what to do about that. So that is how to generate the report. So that's that about Zaprosi, passive scanning. Next week, we'll do another topic on Zaprosi. Thank you very much. Time for question and time for answers. Please, any question? Any question, please?
I have a question.
Okay.
So how can we get a website to practice on? I think you're talking about getting some website from Owasp. How can we get that done?
Yeah. I'm really not in the best position to give you go ahead to penetrate Doodle Spray. But we can easily create a website, web application on our own without, it's free. We just look for how to create a web, there's what they call Infonet. You can easily create it, just watch Google, create one, two, or if we have an organization, we can, if I'm not talking about the organization we are working on, if I'm talking about if you have your own website of where you work, where you're working, it's your own, okay? You can't, or you request a permission that, can I scan through the website? You are not penetrating, you're only scanning. So we can get it done about that. Let me quickly look for, there's this website, but it requires installation, which is going to take enough time now. You have to install it, which I really don't like. That's why I don't like using it, because I don't want anything installation. I really don't like anything installation. But I will try my best. It was because I was so busy last week up till now, but I will try my best by next week to get an application. I will try everything so that I can give you the application so that everybody could work on. But we can try Google. Yeah, Google gave us permission to test, but you can see the in scope and out of scope. So we can try Google. Google is a good thing to use. So we can use google.com. You can go ahead and get it. You get a lot of information from Google. A lot manipulation, how to manipulate. Maybe by next we'll talk about how to intercept any request. You can intercept any request view the request, change the request, then send. But maybe by next week, we'll talk about that. So that's that. I'm so sorry for that, please. So we have a website. Yeah, we can be used to test. Yeah, we need it seriously. So thank you. So any other question, please? If there's no question, please, I'll hand over to Mr. Abe to take charge. Thank you very much. Please let us practice with Google. If you don't practice, it will be very hard to understand.